The following program is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. You can request podcast topics, enjoy exclusive RPG and video content, and more. Even just $1 a month gets you gameplay episodes a week early and makes you officially cool. Just like DG, Drake, Starstorm, Destrucity, KTL, Passion Killer 711, Kitty, Holbrook, and our trash elite, Rob, a guy from Ohio, who is the person you have to thank for us reviewing JoJo's. This is November's episode. December crept up on us a little bit, but only by a couple of days. So don't worry, there will be another JoJo's episode coming sometime this month.
We did record this in November.
Yes,
for the record.
It is November as of time of recording. We watched it in November. Calendars are weird. I am Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by the boy.
Oh.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast, and today we are talking about Battle Tendency, the second story arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. As requested, as I said, by a guy from Ohio. You can request stuff on the Patreon if you go to the right tier. It's all there on the Patreon. You're all young enough that you know how that works, unless you're not. And then I guess you don't get to request stuff. So before we get into that, we need to talk about what's crumping. What has been crumping with you, my friend?
I played Mega Bonk. Finally got around to trying that.
Yeah?
Yeah, everyone says it's really like there's an enthusiasm for Mega Bonk that I don't understand. Because it's similar to Vampire Survivors.
Which is a game you did enjoy.
Quite a bit. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, it just doesn't have the same sauce. Like, it's not fun. I've played it a little while. I played some of it while I was watching JoJo's. But it just doesn't have the same, there's not the same addictive quality to it.
Interesting. I have no desire to play it, as I ran out of steam for Vampire Survivors long before you did. I have been playing a bunch of other games I didn't like, so I've got that going for me. Kind of stalled out on Final Fantasy Tactics, which I bought the remaster. It's a weird... The balance in this game is cracked. It's either you're doing random battles and they're so easy you feel overpowered, and then you go do the next story mission and it's so hard you feel way underleveled. And that's stupid. I don't like being overpowered. I don't like being underpowered. I'd like to be powered. Thanks. And the metric by which to gauge that is basically absent. I wonder if this is not why I have never defeated the game, although I've got very close in my teens. I've also picked up Animal Crossing again. I may have said this last time. I don't remember. That's been fun. Big update coming in January, so that's cool. Nothing else to really say. I think we had a holiday here in America. I don't care that much for it, but I am thankful for all of you as part of this community. You can always welcome to join us on Discord, so long as you're not a jerk. If you're a jerk, don't...
We'll just ban you.
Reconsider being a jerk.
We're not... This is... The Discord is a private community. You're welcome to join if you're not an asshole. If you're an asshole, we'll just kick you out.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be a jerk myself, and, you know, you're free to think I am for doing that kind of thing, but I'm old. I don't have time in my life to commit to shitty people any more than is absolutely required by law. So, yeah, so let's get to today's topic. Let's get to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Speaking of things, you know, I would like to lead in, if I may.
Sure.
Recently, I forced you at knife point to watch B-Movie.
I am a honorable loser. I keep my word.
Yes, as am I. Ted 2 will be coming. Now, it's been about a month, give or take. How do you feel about B-Movie?
You really gonna put me on blast like this on the podcast? You really gonna force me to say in front of the people?
I'm gonna put myself on blast as well. Please just set up the ending here.
The further away I get from B-Movie, the more quotable and fun B-Movie's memories are. I worry at some point I'm going to have to rewatch the movie just to remind myself of how awful and terrible it was. It's just very quotable.
And so ridiculous that those moments stand out more than the crappy moments, I think.
More than the ever-present droning terribleness. Things like, I really get behind a fella. It's in my head now. It won't leave.
So too is at this point JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I watched this all pretty quick, all things considered. I enjoyed it more than the last season. I think the different main JoJo, Joseph, yes, really helped with that. He's less of an idiot. He's more tongue-in-cheek.
He's quite clever.
Yeah, he's quite clever, and that was kind of fun to watch. And there were some really good moments that stood out and some cool characters, but it's still fucking stupid. Like, the plot of the season is a guy wanders up and JoJo has to fight him. And he's like, how am I going to beat this guy? And then he figures it out, and then another guy wanders up. That continues until it's over. And as I didn't remember that with these fond memories of like, remember when this happened? Remember when that was pretty cool? And I'm reading the summaries and I'm like, oh yeah, the weird desert guy. He was there for a second, wasn't he? Oh yeah, I forgot about everything that started with Straitso in the beginning of this. I forgot that was Straitso. Because why would I remember that? Why would I fucking remember all of the non-important bullshit, the random battles that JoJo must face on his path to the end of the season?
I will say I like this one better than the first season as well, because I think it's just better. I think it is, one, you're absolutely right, the different JoJo, this one being more tongue-in-cheek, more having a good time, less of a white meat baby face, as the wrestling kids might say, if they're from the 1970s. But I also think it was better because it knows it's stupid. I don't know that the first season knew how stupid it was, but this season does. This season seems to have gotten the joke and is now in on it with you.
Yeah.
And that feels better. It feels better than... I like liking things, and when the show looks at me and goes, it's okay, bud, we know. Just let it go. Just turn off the brain, have fun. These guys are punching real good. And, okay, fair enough. You are no longer trying to sell me a different bill of goods than you have provided. You are saying, I'm going to give you the dumbest, most meat-headed shonen anime perfection. You're gonna love it. And you know what? It might be non-habit forming, but I do think I want me some more of that JoJo.
The next season is where our kind, handsome, effervescent patron suggested we start when I groaned at being told we were going to be watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
This is the next season, Stardust Crusaders, is the thing he wanted us to watch the whole time, but I will have the backstory, damn it.
Yeah, we need to see the arc, otherwise how are we supposed to know? And I would not have gone back. I know that about myself. It's too difficult for me to go back.
Especially when confronted with the first episode.
Oh, God, yeah. I guess that's the spoiler light review, the spoiler free review. Wait, this anime is so old. We're watching the new one on Netflix.
This came out in like 2012. That's not that old.
Oh, buddy, no. No.
That's what the little thing said. The manga might be old.
Yeah, and the original anime is also way older.
Oh, this is like a remake or...
Yeah. I think anyway. I'll look it up. Why don't you tell us about how JoJo begins? Because you have that eidetic memory of you know.
I'm old now. I don't got that no more. So JoJo begins when it's a little bit of a time skip. The end of the last season, Joseph, I want to say?
Yes, Joseph.
Had died to defeat Dio Brando.
Oh, no.
Was that a different Joe?
That was Jonathan. Joseph is our current.
They're all JoJo. Sure. Jonathan had died to defeat Dio Brando. And we cut off on a woman holding a baby in a floating coffin.
Oh, I stand corrected. The manga's been around for 25 years as of when this came out in 2012. But I guess they never did an anime before then. That's really surprising to me because they had video games. I remember there being video games in the early aughts. late 90s even.
That's where there are jokes we used to make that we didn't even know were JoJo's references at the time.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, we arrive in New York, as you said.
And after a time skip, we meet this season's Joseph Joestar, who instead of being an upright, a very earnest, very anime protagonist hero, is like the sassy sidekick from most anime.
Speaking of sassy sidekicks, you know who else is here? Fucking old man Robert E.O. Speedwagon, oil tycoon.
Speedwagon really, aged it. Speaking of, for this, you may remember if you were watching the last episode, for the last half of that, I was watching the sub. I was watching the Japanese audio with English subtitles, because the voice acting was better and more emotive, and I can read, so it's fine. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to do other stuff while watching this. I didn't want to sit down and just absorb this. I wanted to be able to bounce around, play video games, what have you. So I switched back to the English, and this is way better. I'm just gonna stick with this. I will go and I will watch a couple scenes in the original Japanese just because they're very famous memes and I want to see them.
I don't know these memes,
but I want to see. I was like, oh, the scene, the thing. I want to have that moment. But for the most part, I'm probably just gonna watch this in the dub because this is much better. Speedwagon is way less annoying in this season. Speedwagon is literally the reason I swapped in the last season. So
Speedwagon's voice hasn't even changed. He's just less English.
It's just that his energy is lower.
Sure. Well, he's older.
Exactly.
It happens to us all.
Don't adjust.
Except that if you go back and listen to the first episode of this podcast, don't listen to the first episode of this podcast. We are talking in slow motion, and we sound like we're on Quaaludes.
It's the weirdest thing. I was so young and full of energy, except when a microphone was around.
Yeah, I guess.
But he's this. Is it literally just the first episode when Straitzo is there?
No. Yes. He shows up about halfway to 2/3 of the way through the episode. Joe's in New York with his grandmama, and
who is the lady from the end of the first season?
Yes. And he saves a kid named Smokey Brown. And then he's confronted by Straitzo. That noise in the background is a cat playing with a bell ball. We will not be stopping her. Her joy is infinite. Straitzo's evil now.
He decided.
Yeah, he just decided.
Genuinely, that is the plot. I'm evil now. I decided.
But the end of this episode, I think, is where things kick into acceptable gear. Because you're going to describe this with more relish. Why don't you talk about...
Oh, yes. Okay. The moment when this show bought me in. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Up until now, this JoJo had been doing a fun little bit where he would presage what people were about to say.
It continues through the whole...
yes, yeah. It's great. And he was being cool and aloof. And then his main strategy when attacking Straitzo, this ancient warrior with mystical powers, who I guess is a vampire now, he has found out, was to just pull out the gat. He just has a secret Tommy gun, and he lights him up with it. And he empties the clip into this dude and the restaurant that he was in front of. And it's the funniest thing in the universe.
It was pretty funny.
I was cackling when this happened because this is the show looking you dead in the eye and goes, oh no, I know what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah. that's really all I was asking for me to buy in a little bit more last season. So I appreciated it. I don't know how in depth you want to go. Or are we taking this kind of moment?
This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I feel like.
Well, the thing
who are we to steal the job of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure announcer who does what we do for most episodes?
Or Speedwagon, or Smokey, or, it depends on who's around. Also, though, when you start simplifying it, it's like super slippery slope. It becomes like a baby oil slippery slope. It becomes the simplest fucking
This is the dumbest show.
JoJo fights a guy, and the guy's like, "You can't beat me, JoJo." And he's like, "You're about to say you can't beat me, JoJo." And he goes, "Oh, nani?" And then he beats him.
Or JoJo's about to, he has to go overcome this challenge. He's like, I can't do it. Wait, I'm goated. Yes, I can. And then he just does.
You forgot about my secret clacker balls. What?
Those are new. You've never mentioned those once in your life. And then they work. About 80% of it, look, they still have the ham powers. They still have the ripple, the hummel in this season. As I understand it, next season, the creator is fully done with that power set. He's out. He
is clearly losing.
By halfway through this season, he's done with hummel. He clearly, he doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. He wants to draw muscly men punching, not doing laser blasts.
I said baby oil as a joke, but literally, part of the plot of this season is you have to fling olive oil on people because it conducts Hamon better. So these guys are also running around covered in olive oil at all times.
So, soap in one case.
Soap, sure.
But fucking... half of that's like some of his powers. That's like a side power. Joseph Joestar's actual superpower is the ability to, in monologue, go, wait, I forgot, I'm him, and then just pull whatever bullshit out of his asshole.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
It's peak. I love it. I need you to understand. I've known about the memes, and I've had sort of a secondary connection to this fandom because I exist on the internet.
A different internet from me.
But it always looked dumb as fuck. And I was right that whole time. It is dumb as fuck. And I was wrong the whole time because that's why it's goated. It is the dumbest shit in the universe, and I'm having the greatest time.
So... We are led to believe that Speedwagon's dead, and JoJo goes to Mexico to investigate this. He's not. He's just being kept by...
the Nazis.
Yeah. Rudolf von Stroheim and his crew.
This is the part of where we have to address how cool Joseph Joestar is with the Nazis. They're like buds.
Well, to be fair, they haven't fully popped off yet.
No, they are very specifically... I looked up the timeline after I was done with the series, so I didn't get spoilers. I looked up the timeline of this season. Everything takes place before September 1939. So they've been doing fuck shit for years, but not to anyone the main character would give a shit about. But, it's just, this guy's really cool. He's like buds with a Nazi.
Well, and
for a big portion of the season.
The thing is, they start out as enemies. They're enemies in Mexico, and he's like, "You no good piece of crap." But then he does, manly, honorable things and gets spoilers, sweet robot body. And JoJo's like, maybe that guy's all right.
He's like, JoJo is a man who respects game. He respects commitment to the bit a lot.
Every time he kills someone, there's a long monologue about how they were honorable and fought with honor, and their honor will be remembered honorably.
Except for the main villain, who is a bitch. Who is a sneak, who is a punk bitch, who deserves his fate.
No, that guy's cool.
I agree, but this is from JoJo's perspective.
Right. So what's going on in Mexico is the Nazis have this dude in a pillar, one of many, called the Pillar Man.
Who they show the pillar all through the ending sequence of the first season. They have been foreshadowing this for a while.
Yeah. And so they want to revive him because you know how Nazis do.
Nazis and mad science. Yeah. That's their whole thing. Yeah. The announcer shows up and goes, Nazis and mad science, that's their whole thing.
Yeah. In case you weren't aware of these tropes, here they are. All right, I'm going to head out. And that was a terrible idea because he's too strong. They named the Pillar Man in the version we watched San Viento.
His original name is Santana.
Carlos Santana doesn't like it when you do that, so they had to change it for all the English stuff. Even in the dub, or rather in the sub, it's subtitled differently in the West. That may explain, speaking as you did earlier of wrestling jargon, why Mike Santana, once he hit a higher echelon, was like, I have to be Mike Santana now. You always have to say Mike Santana.
It's just because Carlos Santana is very protective of his name recognition. He was like, and they were like, it's an homage, it's because we like you. And he's like, I don't care. Change it. So they did. The Desert Winds. His original name is Santana because he's, you know, this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's kind of their whole deal.
Kind of their whole deal. He spends a couple episodes beating Santana's ass, and because of that, I think,
like, basically establishing the powers the Pillar Men have.
Basically, yeah. That's when he goes and meets the best character in the season, who is Caesar, maybe second best. Caesar is the grandson of
the best character in the first season, Baron Zeppeli.
Yeah. He shoots bubbles.
Yeah.
That's his whole deal.
He fights with bubbles.
He shoots bubbles.
Soap and bubbles.
He believes in family.
And Joseph Joe's Dart doesn't.
No.
He doesn't give two shits about that.
Yeah, it's like, your precepts of family are stupid.
You gotta unclench, dog.
The amount of petty sissy boy slap fighting that these guys do is hilarious.
This is the two little Victorian boys sissy slap fighting each other energy that I wanted the first season to have.
I was playing Animal Crossing while I was watching this for the most part, and so there's a dude who's driving them to a burial ground that they unearthed, and he's like, yeah, this is my best friend, guy who drives my car. He's great. I love him a lot. And the guy who drives his car is like, I'm about to earn enough that I can do good things for my wife and daughter. Here's a picture of them.
This guy is a Nazi. That's important to know.
Oh, yeah, he's also a Nazi. And then when he dies horribly later, I was a little surprised because I was only half paying attention. If I had been fully paying attention, I would have named that guy Hair Gonna Die.
Yeah, basically. He was 2 days from retirement.
Yeah, sure was.
And then he gets cut in half.
Yeah. So what happens is 3 more Pillar Men come out. Wamu, which is cognate of Wham, as in Wake Me Up Before You Go. AC/DC. And Cars.
AC/DC, forgettable, you know, not the coolest guy. He's fine. He's fine, I guess. Wamu, absolute king. Cars, cool. That bitch. Cars may be the best character this season. Cars is that bitch. He is the anime villain. He's not honorable. He's not here to have an honorable fight. He's here to win. And fuck you.
So, like, one of the first things that they do, because JoJo's being annoying, is they put rings in his body to cut off his air supply and his heart rate and fuck with his hormone.
And basically make it so that these will kill you if you don't show up to the duel we're gonna have later.
Yeah, and beat us also. And because we have the antidotes. And they're like, hey, Cars, did you want to do one? Did you want to do a ring in his body? And Cars is like, I've never given a fuck about anything less.
No, this is your guys'. I'm not invested in this. I'm invested in the thing we've been trying to do for 10,000 years. What is wrong with you people? We are this close to being perfect energy beings, and you are stumbling. You are dropping this bag. You are fumbling this bag 4 inches from the finish line. We just gotta find the weird rock. Can we focus up, please?
Yeah, but he's a Hamon user, and we hate them.
So who gives a fine? Yeah, whatever. Kill him. I don't care.
He's beneath us. This is a weird focus for you, but it's fine.
We're immortal. You gotta have your pet projects. I get it. It's fine, I guess.
So JoJo and Caesar go to see Caesar's teacher, Lisa. Who, because they need to get stronger, because JoJo's not good enough at Hamon. He's great compared like to a lot of people.
An untrained prodigy.
Yeah, basically. And they got to spend a really long time climbing a sweaty tower.
It's real sweaty.
It's real sweaty.
It's like it's a greased up pig, but like it's a tower.
And that is the whole episode.
You gotta understand. You gotta stick to it with the oil, and this part is like bending outward a little bit, and that makes it a lot harder to grab onto. I can feel in this moment the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure so desperately wanting to throw off Ripple Energy, Hamon, as he wants to be done with it. Because he wants to make stories about superheroes, and these guys are having trouble with a rock. A stationary rock. Slippy.
Yeah. So they go through a long training sequence after that. JoJo has to fight AC/DC, but he doesn't destroy his nervous system, and that sneaks into Lisa's palace with him and does some shenanigans.
He kills and destroys him, and then he's like, my shoulders feel tense. And he turns around, and a brain and a whole nervous system is on this guy's back, and he didn't notice. Again, dumbest shit in the universe.
Yeah. So...
what follows from there is, to put it bluntly, the anime tournament arc. They go, they have the fight. JoJo, Caesar goes forward to fight. He's like, no, I'm not waiting for your ambush. So he goes to fight the bad guys all on his own, to ambush them in turn, and he dies.
He does a pretty good job. He weakens Wamu.
He weakens Wamu, and he impresses Wamu with his warrior spirit before being crushed by a giant cross-shaped section of stone.
AC/DC's nervous system dies during the shenanigans.
That is deeply unimportant. Like I said, AC/DC is not important.
All it does is set up JoJo's eventual wife. That's all. It's not...
Sets up JoJo's eventual wife and gets the MacGuffin to the bad guys.
Right, yeah.
Then almost to the bad guys.
While Caesar is dying, we get his backstory in full. And then he's crushed by a cross collapsing from the ceiling.
He manages to get one of the poison rings for JoJo, so that JoJo won't have that poison ring on his heart. I think it was the heart one.
Yeah.
No, or maybe it was the breath one. I don't remember.
Whichever. He got the one from AC/DC done, and then he saved this one for a while. He's like, nah, I'm not going to do this one yet.
Caesar went to all that trouble to get him the ring so he could take the antidote and focus on the fight against Wamu. And he's like, no, I'm not taking it until I beat Wamu. For Caesar. I don't feel like that's why Caesar got that for you, dog. I feel like it's expressively the opposite reason.
Lisa puts up a good fight against random dude named Wired Beck. And then they go for the final fights. One against Wamu that was pretty sick. And then one against Cars where he stops fucking around.
Cars, the bad guy set up, we're gonna do 2 one-on-one fights. JoJo, you fight Wamu like you guys had wanted, and Lisa will fight me because I'm the one left. And everyone agrees. And then against all odds, JoJo is fighting Wamu. He's like, I can't do it. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm goated. And then he does. And then Lisa goes to fight Cars, and Cars is like, yeah, we're gonna do a one-on-one battle. Psych! And immediately trounces her because he brought backup. Because of course I don't care about this. I'm not a proud warrior spirit. I just want to win.
Cars has been a stoic leader type this whole series. He's been ruthless and merciless. When Rudolph shows back up with his cyborg Nazi body, they have a cool stare down thing, and he murders all of his goons.
Nazi goons.
And he's got this sweet leg blade that just slices shit up. He doesn't give a shit. And then when he's got Lisa trapped in the second to last episode, my homie picks up her leg and plays it air guitar and goes meow meow meow. I was instantly won over.
He's he blows his little head wrap he's wearing off. He has this giant 80s metal hair, and he's clearly feeling himself, right? He's clearly in his bag. This is his moment. He's like, nah, I gotta kill this one last human, and then I win forever, and I'm king. I'm a god. Yeah, no, he's taunting this man, and then he allows JoJo to think and talk. And JoJo was like, oh, shit, that's right. I'm goated. And he beats him.
Well, not fully, because then they gotta, fly to Magma Island and kill him in the magma, and even then he gets out of magma.
I wasn't even... JoJo fully beats him. Tricks him, outsmarts him, whoops his ass, and throws him onto spikes. And then the Nazis make it worse, like they've been doing the whole series.
It's in Stroll, I'm screaming, oh, don't shoot him, never mind, we fucked up.
As they're shooting him with the make you more powerful beam. He becomes an unstoppable super god who's immune to everything and now also has hormone powers. So JoJo sends him to space.
JoJo sends him into space.
With the absolute best completion of a bit I have ever seen from this series. Which is, like I mentioned, the whole series he's been doing a thing where he's like got a cool cunning plan and he goes, the next thing you're gonna say is blah 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 blah. And then for some reason the person he's talking to doesn't hear that and go, no, hear that and then say the full sentence and then go, no. And then at the very end he's like, Cars is like, you planned this too, didn't you? You clever bastard. This is all according to your design, as he's going up into space. And JoJo's like, absolutely, gotcha. This is all according to my design. And then in the best completion of the bit, in his head, he goes, I just got lucky, but that's going to drive him crazy.
It was very funny. It was either extraordinarily stupid or very funny. That was the way this show went. And
when extraordinarily stupid, it is very funny.
At times, yeah. I'm hoping the next season with all the new interesting stuff.
And new powers.
Yeah.
The cool powers come, and as is revealed in the post-credit scene, Dio.
Yeah.
I have questions. I'm sure JoJo's will answer them, but at the end of the first series, Dio's coffin is how Irina escapes. Explicitly, she gets into Dio's coffin, which he was trying to get into to be safe, and that's why she lives, the ship exploding. And then at the end of this series, they pull Dio's coffin out of the sea, and it's a different coffin that looks cooler and fancier and says Dio on it. I have questions.
What kind of bitch doesn't have a second coffin?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. That's going to be the answer. What kind of damn fool doesn't bring a second doper coffin?
A few things I do want to mention for those of you who are, for whatever reason, listening to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure exclusively through us. Lisa is revealed to be JoJo's mother. His dad died fighting Straizo, I think. Or some other
just some random zombie.
Some random zombie.
They forgot to kill one zombie back in the day, and that guy absolutely ganked JoJo's dad/son.
Depends on the JoJo.
Yes.
And JoJo's wife in this is Susie Q. That's her name. He dies. They thought he died, and they held a funeral for him. And Susie Q forgot to phone everyone and let him know he did not die.
Or like intentionally didn't tell anyone so that she could have him to herself. It's really not clear whether or not she did that on purpose. She just didn't tell him that she didn't do it.
This show's weird, man.
It's a very strange show.
That's the long and short of it. Do you have any final thoughts you would like to close us out with, my dear friend?
Very much looking forward to seeing Dio come back.